So my name is Tim Sae Koo. I'm the CEO of Hypemarks, and it's basically a web application that's trying to make web discovery more efficient and meaningful. We recently participated in an accelerator called StartEngine, based in Los Angeles, for a 90-day program. A traditional kind of seed funding, legal help, free office space to accelerate the business. And because I just graduated from university in December 2011, it's a perfect kind of transition for me to jump into that space and take that kind of leap of faith and go full time on the company that I started. I think that the accelerator is very good for first-time entrepreneurs and also very young entrepreneurs. Something I realized was coming out of college is that my network is very, very limited. And if I were to do this company and get this company successful, it's all about who I know and who I can get access to and who I can learn from and be mentored from. So the biggest thing I felt that StartEngine or the accelerators provide is that step into filling that void that I had, and that is getting introduced to all the mentors that they have, getting introduced to thought leaders in the industry, and learning from them, and basically understanding their experiences, and listen to that, and basically in the end see if you can apply it in your own kind of journey and learn from them. So I think although I wouldn't say that this was the most important, but the seed money to us, about 20 grand, was pretty crucial for us because I have no money to pay the team that I have right now. So to have that 20 grand just kind of get us through the 90 days and a little forward really helped accelerate the product itself, and basically allowed the team to really dive in and commit a lot of time into building the product and building the business. The other thing that I feel that is actually the most important was the mentor access that they provided, whether that be people from the advertising industry, from the tech industry, whatever it may be that we need to get to. They provided that easy intro to that. And one other thing I actually realized is having an accelerator name behind your company helps a lot, because what that does is it basically vets your company as something worthy of checking out a little more versus all the other startups in the whole world. Because if you have a accelerator name backed up, that means that an investor or those founders said that your company is worth whoever's time to just check out a little more, because whether it be the product or the founders, there's something there that could potentially be something in the future. I think it is a good thing to have. Obviously, Y Combinator or Techstars is the biggest names, but it's just so hard to get into. They say it's actually harder to get into that than Harvard. So it's all about it is about the name, but in the end, be realistic and take the opportunity that you are given. And basically, this opportunity was given to me right during the perfect time, that right when I graduated, I didn't have anything else but this. So logically, I thought it'd be the best step for me to take. But I understand that there's a lot of hundreds of accelerators popping up. But in the end, I think having an accelerator back you up, regardless of its name, is still something to be noteworthy of. Sure, and I think the only downside in participating in an accelerator would be if that accelerator was the right one for you. So, meaning that, is that program, that 90-day or however long program, does it have the right people you need to get to? Does it provide the right space, the right location for your team? I think that all that factors into making a good decision, because in the end, time is money. And so if you spent 90 days at a program where you didn't find any value, then that's the biggest downside I feel would occur. So I think it'd be very, very important to say that it's great that if you got into Accelerator, but also taking that next step and logically thinking if that is the best accelerator that you can get into and advance your business.
Mm-hmm.
or accelerate your business really quickly in the most helpful way. So that. In terms of helping you find funding, I would say generally it's not as, I guess, hands-on. I think just because their focus is incubating or accelerating the next class of companies, so they have to invest all their energy in bringing that next 10 or 15 or 25 or even 50 startups coming into that next class and doing that all over again. Whereas the 50 that just finished go out to the real world and try to raise funding. I think it's all about what the entrepreneur wants and how badly they want it. So if you know that that accelerator knows other investors that you want it to, I think it's all about if you can hustle and get that intro through that accelerator. But other than that, I don't think that there's really much they can provide just because of all their focus investing in the next batch of startups coming in. I think in the end, it's going to be the name that you can carry with that accelerator behind your company that will ease that investment finance round much easier. If I were to do it again as if I was a first-time entrepreneur and looking back, would I still take that opportunity and do an accelerator? I think absolutely yes. The main reason is that, again, I'm a first-time entrepreneur. It's my first company, and I really don't know too much about it. I can read a lot. I can listen to people, go to speaker events or whatever, but it's nothing like it until you actually try it. And when you're actually trying it, and it's actually really scary and lonely sometimes. So to have that support or mentorship or just the backing of a couple investors saying that, hey, you're worth a gamble, and we'll help you push through all that obstacles. It's really, really supportive, and it's actually like mentally helpful to guide you and get you through all those hindrances that come our way. So I think in the end I would do it again, and I don't regret doing it in the past 3 months. In the end, I'm always kind of reminding myself that it's better to have like 50% of a $1 million company versus 100% of a $0 company, right? So
yeah, of course.
So in the end, it's in the end, I think business is always about not being greedy and giving up, some of the company for the help that can advance your company in whether it be upping your valuation or whatever. But I'd say the terms were fair for my situation, being a first-time entrepreneur, right out of college, not knowing anyone. I think that was fair, and so I think I know I was very confident when I took that deal, just because I knew what position I was in, and it varies for a lot of people. Let's say I was a third-time entrepreneur, I would definitely want to negotiate that because I've had previous track record or something. But because this is my first time, the deals were fair, and I don't regret taking that deal at the same time because they did help a lot, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them and helping me push myself and the business forward.